Yeah, what up, though? My ADHD is in overdrive, and I don't know how to handle it. So, sorry for how today is about to go, or whenever you listen to this. I hope you don't hate me too much. But welcome to the Intelligent Idiots Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Always on 10, and today's theme is legal advice, or yeah, I think that's what we're going with. I'm not even about to look at my phone, right? Notes and themes and setting things up in advance. This is the way to go, but I'm on a roll and time is limited. So we're going to vibe out. Vibe in? Dive in? I don't want to take anybody else's like catchphrase. Hey, do you see the difference in the look and the view? I'm doing a couple different things for this particular video. But if you're listening to the audio, don't even trip. Don't even worry about it. I am still here, still doing the same exact things from audio. But my visuals, I got an ND filter on, and I got a 1/8. Fuck, do I have on here? Hold on. Let me mess everything up real quick. Let me destroy everything. I'm destroying it all. What is this? Yeah, I got a 1/8 or a black mist, 1/8 black mist. Yeah. By Nisi. Yo, shout out to Nisi. They came through with this. I immediately dropped this puppy the first day I got it. There's all kinds of dust on it. I am so anal. No Diddy. Extra Diddy. I'm upset. I see all this now. Ooh, hope y'all don't see this. Is it gonna come through? Nah, we'll put a film grain on it if it looks that bad. You don't shoot for the edit. You shoot for the people. Oh my god. Yo, let's stop rambling. We're over in r/legal advice with a post by Gwendy Wook. My landlord turned off my water. Location: the big mitt, the murder mitt, my home state, Michigan. Yeah. My neighbor's power got turned off on Wednesday, and I've been letting his family come over and fill up some jugs with tap water to get them by until they can get it turned back on. We live on a well. My landlord runs a boat repair business out of the garage on the property and saw the neighbor's sons come over with jugs for water yesterday. Landlord and neighbor are not friendly. He asked me what was going on, and I told him their power was out and they need water. I didn't think anything of it. Helping your neighbor is the right thing to do, isn't it? This morning, I woke up to my son telling me there's no water. I checked the taps, then went outside to check the outdoor spigot in case it was the whole building and not just us, as we occupy the entire second floor of a triplex. You got money. But your landlord definitely has money. It's just us. I then sent a text to my landlord informing him the water wasn't working and I wasn't sure why, but it's just my unit as far as I can tell. He texted back saying he shut it off himself because we let the neighbor have some water and demanded I agree not to let them have any more. I said, fine, but I'm still letting them come charge flashlights. I'm waiting for a reply. At least it's not supposed to be hot today. My partner and I have 2 children and 2 pets in the home. We are on a month-to-month lease. We do not pay for water. Is this legal? If not, what recourse do I have? Yeah. Hands, direct and immediate hands. You know where that landlord stays. Since they're beefed out with your neighbor, since you know where their boat repair business is. I mean, the boat repair business is on where you live. What? No. That's probably not legal. I'm not a lawyer though, but that's probably not legal. I don't like that. I do not like that. Let's read the top comment before we head to this edit. With 473 upvotes and 1 award. What kind of award is that? I don't know. I'm not paying for that though. by Luna Loves Platis. Platis? Oh, is that Spanish? Let me see. Whoop. And search Google. What did I run over with my mouse? This is a crumb. It's crunchy. The AI is trying to tell me something. I've seen this before. Fuck the AI though. This is fresh fruit, herbs, and spices made into a type of ice cream, ice pop, frozen dessert on a stick. Okay. Wow, there's so many different names for ice cream. This is interesting. Pletes. All right, back to the comment. Luna loves Pletes. This is a violation of your rental agreement. Your rental agreement contains an implied warranty of habitability. Habitability. Hubba. That means the landlord cannot turn off the water absent a court order. In other words, the landlord has, in essence, wrongfully evicted you. You could sue them over this, but you must first give them notice in writing. If they're a violation of the rental agreements and of their violation of the rental agreement, and give them some time to get the water turned back on. If they refuse to comply, then you can sue them for this matter. You could sue them for any money you have to pay to resolve this. For example, if you have to move out into a hotel while you find a new place to live, you could sue to recover that cost. Ooh. And Sith Elephant. Okay, Sith Elephant. I don't know any elephants that would be Sith. Sith. Replies 130 upvotes. Sometime, in quotes, this was not an accident. This was a purposeful act, and he has absolutely no need to have notice that the water is off. He intentionally broke the warranty of habitability. How's that word so funny to me? Habitability. No, it's habitability. Okay, I'm saying it wrong. Habitability. Not habitability. Now I'm fucking it up. Either negligently or with foreknowledge that his actions were illegal. And Luna Loves Playtest responds to their response to Luna. Correct. But as an attorney, you know that the requirement is notice and opportunity. So they have to give opportunity to ensure they prevail if this winds up in court. How much time? I agree. Not much under the circumstances, but some time is required. This is like purposeful bullshit that they did here. And, let's see. Let's read this edit real quick, and then do we need it? No, we don't need to edit. We can just read OP's response to Luna. He called a guy to turn the water back on. I have water now, but we did call the legal services of Eastern Michigan and left a message for a call back Monday. I have not told the landlord we called them, and I don't intend to. I'm keeping that in my pocket. It's not the first time we've had to call them. Oh. If we could afford to leave, we would. Rent around here is too high. This place is like $400 cheaper than anything else comparable in a 20-mile radius. Sure, the windows aren't sealed properly, and there's holes in the walls from the previous tenants, and the carpet is threadbare with burn marks from the last tenants doing fuck shit with the wall. Unit AC no longer works, and he won't fix it, and there's a carpenter ant problem on the west side of the building, so they'll fall through the drop ceiling in one of the bedrooms, so we don't use it, and half the outlets and light switches do nothing, and one of the downstairs neighbors has to pay for an overhead light I refuse to turn on since I learned that we pay for the back wall in the landlord's garage business. But rugs and duct tape and an inexperienced caulk application and a portable AC we had to buy ourselves, and borax plus sugar water and bending over so we don't go homeless. Fucking Christ. Oh my God. What the fuck? What is all of this? Oh my God. I fucking hate landlords. This whole capitalist bullshit ass country makes no fucking sense. Oh. And every bit of legal, blah, blah, blah is built off of fucking 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th century bullshit from fucking goddamn Western European countries. It's just nasty. Oh, are you a white man who owns land? And yeah, yes, you are the only person we care about. Everyone else is absolute garbage, including the women, especially the women. Oh, you're a brown woman? Fuck you. Get out of this country. It's not made for you. This is that bullshit right here. This is that bullshit right here. You got motherfucking carpenter ants. Your fucking lights are hooked up to his goddamn. I said it. It sounds like the business is illegal, right? He's running fucking lines to your house, probably splitting it 3 fucking ways to get y'all to all pay for his goddamn electricity. It's bullshit. Ugh. This country pisses me off sometimes. Ooh, So the edit is the water was turned back on just shy of 2 hours after I contacted the landlord. He called someone out to do it. We did call legal services of Eastern Michigan and left a voicemail for a call back on Monday. This is like 1 day old. This post is 1 day old. I can't even like give advice to OP to be like, hey, take as much money as you can from each individual check and put them into like a high yield savings account, and then over time your fucking money is going to stack up, and then you'll be able to take that extra little bit and hopefully you'll be able to like afford to move out into a new place. But if rent is $400 fucking cheaper every month, you really don't have any options. It's not about move out and move in costs, first and last month's rent with a fucking deposit and all the renter's insurance and bullshit, right? It's about the fact of the matter that you can't even afford to live somewhere where you're not being fucking scammed and harassed and abused by your own landlord. This is that shit right here that makes a motherfucker just drive his car right into somebody's house. This is terrible. This is absolutely horrible. What do you guys think? If you're listening to this on a social media platform, give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts. I don't even know. Especially as the price of things continue to go up, gas is about to shoot to $5 to $6, $7, $8, depending on where you are. They're definitely in Michigan, so they're seeing $5 right now, right? If this is Cali, they're seeing 10, but they're specifically in Michigan, so they're seeing mid $4 to $5 a gallon at the gas tank. All right. Because what did I do? I just filled up at fucking Sam's Club the other day. Let me see. Can I pull that receipt real quick? Let me see for y'all. And I know Sam's Club isn't union, but I'm going to ride out my membership until next year. I'll switch over to Costco. Because fuck the Sam's Club family. What are they? The Walfords or some shit? Where is my receipts? Where are my receipts? Purchase history. Gas. I paid for gas on the 27th. And this was $57.21. How much? Damn. It's not going to tell me how much it was. Oh, gas is $3.89 right now. Yo, who the fuck is sucking off Exxon? Maybe it was like $4.19 when I paid. Yeah, because I got a Jeep outside. I'm normally filling up when I'm almost on E. I'm doing like 13 to 14 gallons. So let me see. What was that? $57? Let's just do an even 13 split. Y'all can do some math with me, right? In your head real quick. 13 gallons into $57. So $4.38. I was thinking it was around $4.30-something. And Sam's Club is always cheaper by like 20 cents. So, all right, again, mid $4 to $5, depending on where they're at in Michigan. All right, the further up north you go, Sam's Club prices starts going up. Around where my old job was, or at least my old location that I'll be going back to towards the end of the year, that shit was like 20 cents more. So the further you get towards Detroit, away from the suburbs where all the people stay, the less expensive it is, right? It makes me curious on how good the gas is. But I'm keeping up with my gas mileage and making sure it's continuously checked so they're not going over 10% ethanol or whatever percentage that they had in there before at this point in space and time. Even though I think you can do 15% in Michigan, and some other states you can probably do like 20 or 25. Some other countries, they can do 50% ethanol. It's just fucking ripping your goddamn trucks apart. If you got the money, get you an all electric vehicle. This isn't even advice for the person who may or may not see this, the original OP of this story. But if you got the money, get your electric vehicle. If you got the money, get you some solar panels. If you got the money and it's legal in your state, start collecting rainwater. If you got the money and there's anything available, start you a garden. I know we're pretty much out of planting season at this point, but things are going to get bad because the Strait of Hormuz is still closed. Shit is just dicey. I hate it. Ooh. We're over in r/legal advice with a post by W Novak 16. Michigan. Hotel guests use my car as a space to get high. Seems to have overdosed in there. Police are, for some reason, convinced that I know this person. Ooh. I work in a big new hotel in Michigan as a maintenance person. Yesterday, an off-the-wall event took place, and the police are convinced that I was in on it, and I don't really see at all where they are coming from. I guess who had been there for 2 days prior, my 2 days off, I had already been acting as a nuisance and weirding people out. I came into work as usual for my 9 to 5 shift, never went back to my car once I came in until lunch when I realized what had happened. I made the mistake of leaving my wallet on the seat of my car. You dumbass. I forgot about it, being that I was a few minutes late for work, so I was in a rush. So this guest was apparently moseying around in the parking lot and peeking into people's cars. I did not see any of this go down, but 2 ladies that reported him to the front desk did. He must have saw the wallet in my car because he proceeded to open my door and get in my car. He then proceeded to use my car as a space for himself to get high. And then got out of my car and acted a fool in the parking lot. The front desk agent says it was a crack pipe, and the cop says it was a meth pipe. Okay, so the front desk agent does a little, and the cops do a little. So we don't know who's right because they're probably both high while they're both at work. He laid down in the lot in front of the 2 ladies that reported him and was making a scene. That's when the ladies came in and grabbed the front desk agent, who proceeded to come outside to make sure he was okay. She then, for some reason, decided to help him back to his room. Were you not trained to call the cops? Whatever. Me being a manager at this establishment, along with the property's assistant GM, heard about what was happening and decided not to waste any time and call police. Okay, so you guys are trained. We made our way up to the 5th floor to monitor the guy because he was standing in the hallway, just basically spacing out and making weird hand gestures and movements. Paramedics arrive, talk him into letting them take him to the hospital. Police arrived during all of this. The police, myself, assistant GM, all watch as the paramedics take him away. While in the parking lot, when the police asked the guy what car he was getting high in, he pointed at my car. At this point, I still did not realize that any of this happened in my car. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until I went to go to lunch and noticed that my iPad and wallet were gone. The guy told the police that he was getting high in my car. The police claimed to have recovered paraphernalia and substances from my front seat, but honestly, I don't believe them. What sort of drug user leaves their drugs behind? One who overdoses. Obviously, you don't do drugs. I don't either, but I lock my car door. I always lock my car door. Anyways, When I go to lunch, I came back in when I noticed my things had been missing, and I asked my assistant GM to pull up to the cameras. I was parked just barely out of view, but my door is visible and does show him opening the door and getting into the car and so on. So, dumbfounded, I proceed to cancel my cards and head to lunch and pay with Apple Pay. The police come an hour later and park directly behind my car, and I see it happen out the window. They asked my assistant GM to speak with the owner of the car. They questioned me, insinuating that I knew this person and that I was a desperate drug addict who was allowing this behavior to go on at my place of employment, where I know there are more cameras than a casino. A casino? I doubt that. I tell them they're wrong, that they don't make sense, and they proceed to accuse me of lying and playing games with them. Now you know cops are pieces of shit. Congratulations, it's your first experience. I tell them they can drug test me, search every inch of my car, search my person. I have nothing to hide. They take my statement for the lost wallet. I got visibly annoyed when I got accused for the fourth or fifth time of lying, and I stopped cooperating. I simply said, I'm sorry, but you guys are incorrect, and I'm done talking about this. They pat me down, take me outside to check and see if I have warrants, and then send me on my way. You're dumb. Now, I have this gut feeling that they're going to show back up and charge me with something that I have nothing to do with. Absolutely. They were trying to get me to admit to something that they made up and were suing me. Absolutely. I refused. Do they have any grounds to stand on? Absolutely. It's called You Have No Power. Am I the most unlucky person on earth? No, because you could have set your dumb ass back in your whip, right? If these dumb fucking cops did a dumber fucking job, and you could have sat on the goddamn crack pipe, and you could have had God knows what injected into your ass. You could have caught the hantavirus, bitch. Like, bro, lock your fucking car door, your truck, your vehicle, your van, your bike, your scooter. Put a chain on that bitch. Lock your shit. Matter of fact, there's a story that I heard for forever ago. I don't know if I'm gonna ever come across it to the point that I'll be able to read it for you guys. But a woman did not lock her car door, went outside in the morning to go to work, hopped in her whip, proceeded to start driving, and the homeless motherfucker woke up in the back seat and started losing his shits because his home was fucking driving down the streets. You wanna know why? Because there are thousands of homeless people out on the street, and it's fucking cold outside at night, especially in places where it snows, and so they're just looking for a place to sleep. And a car is, 4 walls and a goddamn roof. Lock your goddamn car doors, right? Did you see what's that one fucking movie with new Professor X, or I don't know, Professor X 2. By M. Night Shyamalan. That punk made bitch motherfucker. Always ruining movies. Splits. At the beginning of the movie where old girl gets kidnapped, right? Because the person is able to just slide into the back seat or slide into the front seat, actually, because people aren't paying attention to their surroundings. But that's almost like to the point. It's not to the point. It's a terrible analogy. Pay attention to what you're doing. Look in your rear view mirrors when you hop into your seat. To turn your head when you get in. If you don't have like a major tint on your back windows, look back there before you get the fuck in. Because people like kidnapping motherfuckers. Kids and women especially, but grown men get kidnapped. You're gonna wake up at a motherfucking Diddy party. And there's gonna be no escape because he's behind bars. Or he's free whenever you see this video. Now, let's read some comments. Top comment by Monkeyman80 with 1.1K upvotes. If you do get charged, don't speak to them without a lawyer. He already fucked up so much. At the moment, there's not much to be done outside of researching defense lawyers just in case. Cops can give you the 5th degree and try to trip you into confessing the crimes. It doesn't always mean that they honestly suspect you of something. Yeah, because the trainer is dog shit. And these people do not go to law school. Ooh, here's a paragraph with 300 upvotes by Deuce X Maybelline. Maybe it's Maybelline. As someone who worked in law enforcement adjacent field for 15 plus years and saw cops' behavior all day, every day, I want to echo this point and provide you with a few thoughts. 1, Cops are allowed to lie to you as part of an investigation. They are completely protected by the law when they lie, and there are only a few scenarios when they are not allowed to lie. Like being under being under oath or entrapping someone, which is kind of hard to prove. But even in those situations, they often lie. Don't trust anything a cop says or asks in regards to an investigation ever. Let me tell you something. 2, in the future, if a cop asks you for ID, you are not required to provide it or identify yourself in most situations, unless you are being pulled over for a traffic violation, being arrested, making an official statement to them. Only ever do that with a lawyer, or in some states or cases, being detained by them. The traffic violation thing is interesting. Definitely know your laws by state, because I'm sure they're different by state, county, and city, right? So wherever you frequent, know those laws. Otherwise, hey, why are you pulling me over? All right, here's my license, registration, proof of insurance. Here, get that. Take it. If you're not a white male property owner and you're rich, I don't care if your granny passed down her house to you. Rich, you got money in the bank. You can bail yourself out, right? Don't put your hey, how's it going today? Hey, you doing all right today? Yeah, I'm really not sure why you pulled me over. Yeah, I'm having a pretty good time. I'm heading from work to home, headed home from work. Yeah, headed to my mom's house, headed to my dad's house. Yeah, yes, absolutely. It's a hot day out. You staying hydrated today? You got to make sure you drink enough water. I've been seeing so many stories online about people passing out at work. I know you guys are working what, like 12, 14-hour shifts. You have to make sure to stay hydrated. You're protecting and serving my community. I want to make sure you're in the best tip-top shape that you can possibly be in. Please, you have to make sure to take care of yourself. Right? Or some shit like that. They'll probably think that's too far and you sucking mad dick, right? Put my phone in do not disturb because it's vibrating. 3, I got off topic. My medicine must have kicked in. Don't say anything else to them about your car or the guy being in it. Not in person or over the phone. Even if they ask you the simplest yes or no question and it's a hard no, just don't say anything, right? Because they may even try to use that against you in court, right? If it's on the phone, you can say, I'm declining to answer questions at this time. Then hang up. Or if that feels too rude, you can say you'll have a lawyer call on your behalf later, but you're declining to speak right now. Then don't say anything else and hang up. If the question is in person, you ask, am I being arrested? And keep asking that exact question, but nothing else, until they give you a straight answer. When they say no, which they almost certainly will, say you will not be answering any more questions. Thank you. And don't speak to them again about anything. Sorry if I blew your eardrums out with that one. 4, yeah, damn, you yapping just as much as I am. I approve. Deuce X Maybelline. If they call or come by to ask about your missing wallet report, ask them one and only one question. You can repeat it if necessary until you get a straight answer. Did you find my wallet? Once you get a straight answer, don't say anything else. They could be contacting you about your wallet as a trick to try and get you to give them other info. Just ask the one question. If they hem and haw, they aren't there to talk about your wallet. Once they tell you no to your question, say, let me know when you do, and walk away. 5, and this is last. Ooh, my hand. If they say they did find your wallet, but say you need to come down to the station to get it, say, fine, you'll come over on your own time when you can. Ask them how to make a property request when you come by. And then, this is super important. Call the station in advance, speak to the property department, and tell them you'll be having a family member pick up your property and find out what they need to do that. This is boss fucking information right here. Ooh, this is not an uncommon request for them. They might require a notarized letter or something else stating you've given permission for this person to pick it up. Do not go in person. Turn your ass into a pretzel and throw you in jail. They may be holding your wallet to detain or arrest you when you come to get it. The other alternative is to go with a criminal defense lawyer, which may cost some money. The lawyer will know what to do in advance to make sure you aren't going to be arrested when you go in. Then go in with the lawyer or have the lawyer's assistant go with you. Getting a lawyer is not evidence of guilt or anything else. It is evidence you are going, it is evidence you aren't going to let the cops manipulate you, which is important for you and them. Yo, this right here is the best information right here. This is the best piece of information right here. I hope OP saw this comment very specifically. Right, this is technically like the second comment, even though I've been yapping for a minute. I hope he gets to reply to a comment that the moderators removed. I don't know why. OP did file a police report with his missing wallets. I'm curious, did the fucking drug addict take your iPad too? You got that? Lex Patria? Patrie? Patriae. How would y'all pronounce this one? Drops a comment, 141 upvotes. In retrospect, you shouldn't. Can I say words, you guys? I don't know how to say words. You shouldn't have told them they can search your vehicle since he was in there and you have no idea what they might find. And OP replies to that. They never ended up searching my car, just me. Really? And then OP, wait. East County 98 replies to OP. You said the police recovered paraphernalia from your front seats. And OP gets downvoted to hell. I don't think that necessarily counts as a search, does it? No, yes, it does. Yes, it does, dummy. And I'm unknown without the K. I'm looking at the N, without the K. Because it's spelled I'm unknown with no K. Replies to OP, hey friend, if LEO mechanically manipulates, touches anything in or on your car in order to examine anything, that is a search. LEO stands for Legal Enforcement Officer? Is that what it is? No, it stands for Leo, the zodiac sign. Motherfucker. Meaning, I can't spell either. Can't spell, can't talk. Oh my God. Law enforcement officer, not legal enforcement officer. Yeah, why don't I know that? Okay. And OP replies to that. Oh, wow, thank you. I was unaware. Yes. Anything is a search once they get to putting their Debbie little donut. Yo, nobody has to dox me because I'm going to dox myself. We're talking about donut fingers, dirty little donut paws, putting their hands on your property, on your vehicle. It's a search at that point. Shout out to Dutch Girls. They got the best donuts. And they so fucking cheap, bro. I spent like $18 for a dozen. Fuck everybody else. Oh my God. And I banged them out like crazy too. You feel me? You feel me? Yo, we eating these puppies. I'm eating your ear. I hate when people yell at me, but we doing it. Yeah, big things. Shebang. We not listening to that terrible ass album. Or any of them. And I don't want to hear nothing what y'all got to say. Because here go the fit check. All right? What Deadpool saying right now? What are you saying right now? Shh. Nobody cares. Mind your manners. Right? You want to know why nobody cares? Why I'm eating this donut? Because it's a 2X. We back down to a 2X, baby. We officially fitting in the goddamn 2X shirt, baby. It's beautiful. I'm going to do my best to get to an extra large. And maybe probably stay there, but I don't know. Right? I want my options back. There was this motherfucking shirt from Delinquents Truly that I wanted. Hoodie that I wanted. They only got in a large. I know never in my life will I ever be back to that size. Because who wants to be that tiny? Honestly. For real. Honestly. But. It's so cold, it's falling apart. It's hard. Oh. Yeah, this dumbass motherfucker got his car shirt. So we're gonna read a paragraph. From I'm unknown with no K. Constitutionally, the Fourth Amendment requires that law enforcement officers get permission or a warrant to conduct a search. The exception to this is in plain view doctrine, right? If they can see something illegal happening without touching anything, then they don't need a search warrant or permission to grab it. i.e., if they looked in the window of your car and saw a crack pipe with crack in it, they can open the door to get it. It's still a search, but it's allowed under the law. As a principle, though, never allow anyone to search your car if they ask. Cops have no duty to listen to your side of the story, and the legal presumption is it's in your car. It's the illegal item here, technically. I once got coffee with a friend I hadn't seen in over a decade. 2 hours later, I was driving cross country at a gas station and found a crack pipe that they had dropped in my car. Getting stopped by a red state sheriff looking to make a quota could have been a completely life-changing event. Yeah, because how long would it have taken for them to dust for prints and find DNA and all that shit if they even did that, right? Yeah. If. Y'all ain't see that. If they even did that. This donut is spectacular. Oh my God. You know the best part about all this is? This post ain't even a day old. This just happened for OP. So we got an update coming in our future for this story and the last story. Hopefully it's all good things, but OP's moving like a dumbass. But he's asking for legal advice, not am I a dumbass advice. That's why we, the intelligent idiots, are here to give our takes. All the intelligent takes, all the idiotic takes. And all the takes involve the donuts. Again, I apologize for eating in your ears because I hate when people do that to me. I especially hate it when people chew with their mouth open. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I can say that very specifically because I have a misaligned jaw. Y'all have seen me whistle. Does that look right? Like, why am I whistling to this side? The jaw's misaligned. So I don't want to hear nothing about people talking about, oh, I gotta eat. Well, I don't want to hear shit like that. We're going to move the donuts out of the way because I do not need to bang these out like that because I had a very filling breakfast. And we're going to come over here to John McClane, right? Since the batteries are dying in my on-air sign, and I have not figured out, well, I figured out a workaround, right, to my issue with the batteries that are dying in there, because who wants to continuously buy more and more batteries for this, right? Fuck the on-air sign. I'm going to give you guys more of me and the things that I collect and the things that I do. Not just a fit check for my shirts, because I'm going to eventually run out of shirts. Or I'm going to eventually buy so many shirts that I don't have any pants, and I won't be able to stand up to give you a fit check if I don't have pants on. Right. Wait, what am I yapping about? Oh, man, there's donut on my mic. I hate wasting food. But John McClane also hates wasting food. You see this limited edition with the, I don't even know if it's a limited edition like that, with the protection on here? This was towards the back of my current setup where all my Funko Pops are, because they're kind of just stacked up on each other. I only got 8 total. But I don't have to worry about any degradation to the box itself. I gotta get some more of these protective covers. This one came like this when I got it. I'm pretty sure I got this one from Amazon. Okay, I thought there was a spider on here. It's just a little bit of dust. But I think this is dope, man. I think this is dope. If you can, definitely go to Comic-Cons and meet your favorite actors. Get some pictures. Get some shit signed by them. I know it's a little expensive, especially right now, as the prices of things continue to go up. But there was this one time that Stan Lee came into town here. I was like, man, I want to go with my dad. I was like, man, we kind of missed it. I want to do it. We'll go see him again. He died that year. Never got to see him. There are so many people who shows I wanted to go to, concerts I wanted to go to, events I wanted to go to, and those people passed, unfortunately. And that's some real fucking fear of missing out right there. So definitely, go make those memories, right? You want to go, you want to travel, you want to do some things, you want to go do some events. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna do it later. Oh, I'm gonna do it when I got the right fit. Oh, I'm gonna do it when I'm in better shape. Oh, I'm gonna do it when I got this, I got that. In my head, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna start doing Comic Cons when I'm in great shape and I'm cosplaying. Now I got some fire ass gear upstairs with the shirts. You see, I be rocking the shirts. I can step out like that. People aren't banging what I got like that for real. All right, people aren't in mass like that for real. And even if I did have some amazing cosplay, somebody else will also have it, right? I'd be like, oh man, it would be dope to have a Batman Beyond suit. Oh man, it would be dope to have a Hellbat suit. Somebody already did it. You're not one of one. Everybody thinking about it. Some people out here with the goddamn 3D printers going crazy. I want a 3D printer. I'll 3D print some shit that somebody else already did. I might have their files. We might pop up at the same event. So definitely, just go out there and do it. All right. You got the money to do it. Don't worry about anything else. You got the time, you got the money, go do it. Right? If you have to scrounge it together, go do it. You got savings in your account for a reason. What do I say? Put a month up of bills, 2 months up of bills, 3, 6, then a year. Everything else is extra for whatever you want to buy. Right? Get that 401k popping, get that Roth IRA popping, get that motherfucking high yield savings account popping. HSYA. If I'm just doing all the acronyms today. And then you free, baby. Free 99. And if you got kids, I'm sure there's accounts for that. But me don't have kids. Right? Me not lawyer, me not give legal advice for legal advice episode besides throw hands or read out what other people say. Right? Hey, I can point to them. I said it only because they said it. And I'm just reading what they said. So it's not me. It's them. Yeah, but I want y'all to have fun. That's number one thing. Life is very fucking hard. I want y'all to get that dopamine flowing in like a really good way. Fuck a doom scroll. Fuck a meme. Fuck a post. Fuck something funny. Go get out there, right? Take some pictures with your phone. Go to your local camera shop. Print them out for cheap. And have it saved in the backup on your phone in the cloud on a hard drive. And have that shit plastered around the house. Plastered around the house. Get some shit signed. Get some paraphernalia. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't think that's the right word at all. That sounds illegal. Get you some dope stuff that you can have, man. And have fun. But if you go to a goddamn Comic-Con, wash your ass and put on deodorant. Wash your ass and put on extra deodorant, because I'm sure it's hot in those buildings. So even if you do like put on deodorant and you're there for a couple hours, you're like, fuck. Especially if you're wearing some cosplay. Like, fuck, it's hot. Fuck, I smell. Ugh. Oh, I gotta leave. Gotta leave for the men and the women start sniffing me and they're like, oh, so-and-so smells like butt. And that's the end of your cosplay career. Yeah, let's get back into the stories. What am I doing? We're over in r/legal advice with a post by KWYNN84. Son sold car to dealer. After 9 days, dealership called for him to come back for it. Washington State. Ooh. The son sold his 2018 Honda Ridgeline to a dealership 10 days ago. They offered him $18K. The total payoff is $26,000. So son transferred $7,300 to the dealer for them to pay off the loan. Our boy was contacted by the dealer yesterday saying the sales manager was going to buy the truck, but it has issues and to come back to get it ASAP. They refused to tell him of the issues over the phone, said they'll discuss it when he arrives. The dealer did a 3-hour inspection when he sold it and only listed a couple of cosmetic flaws. Our son also had it at a Honda dealer for service a month or two ago where it was inspected and found no problems. All documents have been signed, transfer docs, bill of sale, etc. And the DMV website shows the vehicle is sold. The dealer has not paid off the car loan yet. Our son was told by the bank yesterday there's nothing they can do as the loan is still actively in his name and to handle it with the buyer/dealer. These scummy fucks. So now he's getting repeated calls from the dealership saying if he doesn't return for the truck, they'll have it towed / impounded at his expense. What? He's contacting attorneys, but isn't certain of what? Well, this doesn't even read right. I know you're frustrated because I'm frustrated. What the fuck? He's contacting attorneys, but isn't certain of if he should shell out $500 for a consult. Okay, you just forgot the word if. What are his options? What to do if they actually have it towed / impounded? The son told the dealership that he will not be returning, sell his final, and stop calling him. Unfortunately, you can't move like that. You can't move like that because your bank is saying that shit is still in your name, right? It looks like all of these companies don't give a fuck, and they will stick dick in him. Straight meat, straight throwing Nathan's right at his face, right? Oh, he's ducking, he's ducking, he's ducking. To them, he's bending over, and they're ready. They're ready to slide dry, long, old, billionaire glizzy meat right up in them. Right up in them. Ooh, I don't even got any advice. But the top comment is the comments. The top comment is the motherfucking comments. Again, I say the top comment is the comments with 2.9K upvotes by Cornish Pride. Who's to say the dealership hasn't caused some sort of damage in that period of time? Tough. Fresh Salt 7087 replies, dealer employees or test drivers broke something, in my opinion. And Mr. Squall says, most likely that's what happens. And OP spins back like, oh shit. That's what our boy was trying to say to the sales guy, but is expected to take their word for it, I guess. The dealer has no clue what service 2 months ago by Honda, but now has issues they refuse to disclose over the phone after they have been hounding him for 3 weeks to buy the damn truck. See these dickheads, man. These fucking losers. McFate says 10 hours would be too long, much less 10 days, right? I can fuck your truck up just by parking next to it. Damn, my bad. I destroyed your whole vehicle by opening my car door. My apologies. Oh, your children were inside in the back seat? Well, I mean, hey, you got some empty rooms you can rent out now. And then I immediately get blasted by the card carrying former parent and owner of that vehicle. No, let me stop. Jesus. I don't even, like, violence isn't even the answer for this. It's like a crash out kind of situation. Because even his dad doesn't know. I wouldn't know how to handle this situation. Normally, I fucking finance my vehicles, right? I don't lease. I don't lease. I will maybe lease in the future, but I like to own my own shit, you know? And I don't always have 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 to 60 to 70,000. Because I like expensive shit to just, cash out immediately. I got a couple bands I can always throw. Like, so I got my camera. So I got my computer, right? But even then, that's like months of savings, years of savings. Oh, I got a bonus here and there, right? Oh, I can cash out now. That'd be the kind of shit. All right, Better Club 6429 drops a comment with 1.5K upvotes. I think $500 is worth it as his loan balance is on the line. If dealer won't pay off the loan balance and the sale is final, next steps is an attorney, as now your son has to pay for the loan still. Yeah, it's some punk ass employee at that dealership who fucked that vehicle up. Whether they test drove it, let me see. What does a Honda Ridgeline looks like? Is that something that I would even want to whip straight out and like gun it on the freeway? This is some fire ass shit. Yeah, I can see some boring ass fucking 18-year-old doing some dumb shit like that. It's a pickup truck. It's a round, ugly pickup truck, but it's probably more reliable than some of the American-made shit here. OP replies to Better Club, understood, that's the direction it's most likely heading. The dealer is actually to pay off the full loan of $26,000, which is why my son gave them $7,300 to cover the difference in the loan after trade-in. hoping it doesn't get towed, causing more aggravation. Yo, man, if that puppy's going to get towed, it's going to get more damage, and they're going to be finessing. They probably own that tow truck company, right? And it's just all a finesse. The bank may or may not be aware, but they don't care. It's all about give me that money, right? They want that old ass 2018 so bad, just so they can keep finessing and keep making money. Dealerships really shouldn't exist, right? I can go straight to a company and buy. I should be able to do that. A dealership is not like a fucking store. It's not like a Walmart, a Myers, a Kroger, a Sam's Club, a Costco, wherever you may be within the United States. It's not like a grocery store or a clothing store if you're in a different country. You know, a Target, continue to boycott Target. If you're not boycotting Target, you're a dick, right? Go somewhere else. And it's not even like an Amazon. You're going out here and you're signing tens, definitely probably not 100 pages worth of legal documents to finance this vehicle. But you're going through you're going through getting your credit ran through different agencies that aren't like the normal credit agencies, like the big three, because there are a shit ton of credit agencies. If you didn't know, there are a fuck ton in America, in the United States of America. And you're signing so much shit. You're going through various legal institutions, like your information is going through the DMV, right? You got to use your plate. You got to go through another company for your insurance, which might be legally bound. You might have to legally have, right? The day of, do it during the process of getting that vehicle, right? Due to your own state laws. What other shit do you got to do? It's always a clusterfuck. That's why people are in there for hours. You can't just walk in with $10, $100, couple $100 and just pick up whatever you want, right? You're doing so much shit. You're doing so much shit. You can't just go online and cop some shit. During the financial crisis, 07, 08, Obama should have got rid of dealerships, right? Here we are now in 2026, where car loan debts is about to become the number one personal debts. It's about to surpass healthcare debt, which is 1.9 trillion, and crack its current ceiling of 1.7. It's about to do it in like the next year or two, because the interest rates are so insanely high. Right. The predatory loans are so fucked up. There are no real guardrails and lines against giving out these loans to people with shit credit. And the prices of vehicles continue to shoot up year after year after year because 1919 Dodge v Ford, legal precedent sets over 100 years of law codified. And it's just so much bullshit, just all meant to fuck over the consumer. Things were fine up until a certain point. Things continued to get more and more expensive. The systems in place continued to get more and more complex and complicated. Things were fine until Nixon and Reagan, and people, their wages did not keep up with the cost of things. And companies continued to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze because, for one, they want to, and for two, they're legally obligated to, right? So people are being fucked. You can say, fuck it. Oh, I got the surgery. I'm not going to pay that bill. Suck my dick, right? They can't come after your house or your car or anything else. But because we live in the United States of America, nothing is walkable. Nothing is bikeable, for real. You need that vehicle. Right? They hit you with some shit. That bank will garnish your wages. The hospital can't. all that shit can be taken care of in the background on auto or whatever. You feel me? It's not like they can't refuse service. But if your credit gets fucked up, you definitely won't be able to get rents, a new spots, get a house, new vehicle, right? Open up credit cards, take out any kind of loans, because your shit will be fucked everywhere, right? There's a couple specific car credit agencies will fuck with the big three over here, the Xfinity. Oh my God, Experian. What are the big three credit agencies? I'm so sorry, you guys. And Google's so fucked. I'm so ready to switch over from all this bullshit, man. I should download Yahoo and start using them as a search engine because I don't think that they operate with AI and so much bloatware and bullshit. Big three credit agencies, credit bureaus. I'm so sorry, you guys. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, because there are way more than that. But you come over here with these credit bureaus for the cars, will absolutely destroy everything else. It's insane the way this shit is, right? So let's get back to the story. Oof. Let's see. Here is the main comment that I wanted to read because I was like, what the hell is this? The acronyms are catching me today. By the Great Cornfolio with 1.2K upvotes. Get a hold of Washington State Department of Licensing Investigation Units. Like now. I had to go over to a different tab because I Googled it. Like, get a hold of WA space DOL, Dealer Investigation Unit. Like, what is that? It's Department of Licensing. Tough. We got agencies involved here. We got agencies who handle shit like this. I remember I was like 21. Again, I live in Michigan, right? Born and raised in Detroit, right? The Motor City, where the big three were born and gave birth and existence to the auto industry that's, you know, helped the world move to where it is currently. I don't know. I'm on some bullshit right now. But like, I got a lemon. I hate Ford Fusions because I had a fucking lemon. Within my first week of having it, my goddamn transmission went out. And because I didn't get the top of the line warranty that covers transmissions, I didn't pay that extra fucking $400 or $500 for that fucking warranty. They did not cover my shit. I had to drop $1,500 on a new transmission. I was lucky enough to have that money. Like, my mom helped out during that situation. She was able to find somebody. Otherwise, the shit would have cost way more. But I think that particular Fusion, they like put Mazda transmissions in there. What's going on with this shit? Why are we putting different fucking companies' transmissions and parts into these vehicles? Oh, buy American, buy American. If everything is getting made over fucking seas and then getting assembled here, that's not American. And if you're getting some name brand shit by another fucking country in another fucking continent put inside your shit as the staple piece that makes your stuff run, then that vehicle's definitely not American. I don't care what the badge or the name says. It's for sure not American. Ugh. This is my point in time where I'm yapping and I'm like, hey, get car parts, get car parts, get tools, so you can fix stuff around the house, but also in your vehicle too. Get you a jack, stand right at the lift, boy. Get you some impact drills, get you all the bells and whistles that you'll need, so you have all the different sizing, American and metric standards, right? So you can pop your shit on and off. It was Mother's Day. I don't think I told y'all. Mother's Day, I caught a flat tire, and I had to use the bare ass bone equipment that came with my truck. I'm like, I got all the tools in my Amazon cart. I pieced and I parted out. I said, when I catch a sale over at Harbor Freight, I'm gonna cash out there, right? Because I want to do my best not to give some of these punk ass companies my money, right? Oh, I see a sale on Amazon, because it's easy to like put all my shit in there and just like have it pieced and parted out. The only thing I really get from Amazon is like my subscription for like my I'm having a brain fart, you guys. For my work snacks, my protein bars, do like hella protein, all that work. Otherwise, I'm not really getting shit there unless I like super duper need something, right? I might have to like get my Funko Pops from there, because I made like a list of Funko Pops that are like super old. I don't know if I'll be able to get those in store. I don't know. But I'm like doing my best not to put money into these billionaires' pockets, because they're not trying to put money into mine at all. But back to OP's reply to the Great Conforlio's comments, right? Copy that. I'll give him this info. Much appreciated. Again, OP is the father of the person in the story, right? Their son is getting bent over like crazy. And PGH Guy 27 replies to OP, contact the state attorney general's office as well. They don't like car dealers pulling shady stuff. PGH Guy said cat dealers. They don't like cat dealers pulling shady stuff. The misspellings. There usually is a phone number on their website. Then tell the dealer a case is being pursued with the state AG's office. Or car dealers either. What are you trying to say here? But the Great Confolio and PGH Guy 27 both got awards for their comments. So these are the ones that I wanted to read right here. And then Strange I Hate Her? I hate it. Strange IATO 9. What is his username? And drops a comment with 741 upvotes, but 3 awards. Not a lawyer, but a longtime automotive service professional. I never worked for the sales/finance side, but dealt with them on a daily basis. One or more things has probably happened here, and it all points to the dealer screwing up. If they performed a 3-hour inspection of the vehicle, that would be for the purpose of making the vehicle a certified pre-owned vehicle, a CPO. When a vehicle is certified, they can sell it for a higher price because of the additional warranty that a CPO vehicle carries. Oh, if the service department didn't identify a major mechanical issue and only minor cosmetic issues, they should have no problem certifying the vehicle. This is where the dealer probably screwed up. In all likelihood, one or more things may have happened. 1, the vehicle may not be able to be certified because of the age and or mileage. Or 2, they didn't properly determine the actual value of the vehicle prior to the CPO. Or both. Edits. This only applies if you sold it to a Honda dealer. Only a Honda dealer can certify a Honda vehicle. The fact that they won't disclose anything over the phone is the first red flag. Next is the towing/impound thing. Where are they towing it to and who's impounding it? Just sounds like a ridiculous scare tactic. Spend the $500 for an attorney who will more than likely scare them off. Don't take the risk of your son's credit being ruined by a shitty dealer. Meanwhile, have him continue to make the payments to the bank through his attorney until this gets resolved. Ooh, this is spot on right here, because then he'll have to get his motherfucking money back. And OP replies to that, thank you. I'll forward him this info to review. It wasn't sold to a Honda dealer. Was serviced at a Honda dealer 2 months ago. No issues. He said it's a large dealer in Everett, Washington. If you guys know who this dealer is, put their ass on blast and give them some 2 out of 5 ratings on Google. Both points are very likely as to what happened. After they threatened with towing/impounding to where, who knows, as the DMV website lists the vehicle as sold, is when he told them to stop calling. He's filing complaints and looking into the dealer investigation units just above and getting a consult with an attorney. Yeah, just feels shitty and don't want him taking a screwing. The way you guys type is crazy in Washington. This is like spot on. I'm glad this is the advice that he's getting. I'm super happy. And OP dropped some more comments to some people, but unfortunately, those people got their comments removed by moderators. So I don't know what they said. And it makes no sense for me to read what OP replies to if I don't know what the fuck the original comment was, you know? And this post is only 9 days old. So hopefully, maybe there's an update to it and you guys can read that on your own time, on your own vibes, or maybe there won't be, right? But if you definitely run into issues like this in your own individual state, now you have the information to know, right? If there's a dealer investigation units, right, at your particular state department of licensing, definitely hit them up if you have any issues that are similar to this. This is the way. Yeah, I'm Deadpool breaking the fourth wall, baby. If y'all can see the shirt again. Oh, man. We're over in r/legal advice with a post by Ashton1516. My dentist office opened a care credit account for me without my authorization and pre-charged me $4,500. Yo, sorry in advance for the long story, but a few days ago, I went to a dentist for severe molar pain in New York, New York. The dentist prescribed antibiotics, said the tooth needed extraction, and since I'm pregnant, advised waiting until my pregnancy to install the tooth implants. Later, a care coordinator called pushing a $4,500 implant surgery and a bone graft. I reminded her the dentist had just told me to wait until after pregnancy. She put me on hold and came back and claimed he had changed his mind. I told her I wanted to research implants during pregnancy and before agreeing to anything, but she kept pressuring me to apply for care credit, a medical credit account. She asked my social security number and said it was only a pre-authorization that would not affect my credit. She ran it and then said I was approved. Today was supposed to be my extraction appointment, but when I called to confirm, they suddenly told me I needed OBGYN medical clearance and a medical escort for sedation, things nobody mentioned before. That made me look more closely at the care credit email they sent me. The office had completed an application for me that I never signed using false information, including the wrong driver's license number and claiming I make $11,000 a month, which I don't. Then Care Credit told me the dentist had already charged $4,500 to the account for implants and surgery I never agreed to, never signed for, and never received. I disputed the charge, canceled all future appointments, and am looking for a new dentist. This feels wildly unethical and possibly illegal. Am I correct? I don't know why you're asking correct. If you're correct, you absolutely need to call a lawyer. You absolutely need to call a lawyer. This is some bullshit that's happening much more recently with these weirdo bullshit credit companies. They're trying to finesse through legal loopholes and come after vulnerable people who may or may not be drugged up while they're in a chair. Hey, you need some extra work done, right? They're whispering into the dentist's ear, and the dentist is like, "Oh wait, I can make that much more money," or "Oh, you're gonna shut down my business," or "Oh, I have to do this," or "Oh, this was on their chart and they need to get this done." And then all of a sudden you go in for a tooth, you coming out with dentures and you owe 50 bands. 50 bands. Well, not 50 bands, right? But these predatory, I mean, they're essentially loan companies, right? Credit, care credit. You really care, right? This isn't real healthcare. This isn't real healthcare. In America, the way dentistry is set up is separate. And you can see it from like the old school jokes. Dentists aren't real doctors. It's separate from regular healthcare, which shouldn't even be called regular. I'm doing it my fucking self. It's separate from healthcare at the hospital. Healthcare at the dentist is not treated the same. So insurance is not treated the same. So here you can be preyed upon by bullshit ass loan companies like these because, hey, right, your governor, your local politicians, your president, they don't give two fucks. They're not going to change shit because they're getting the cuts. They're giving the cuts. I'm sure Care Credit is absolutely throwing 5, 10, 15, 20 bands here and there at people to get them in there to make sure when any particular fucking any particular bill is pushed through by some Democrat that somehow still has a heart, it's getting absolutely shut down, especially in red states. They don't give a fuck about the people. They don't. If you're from a red state, drop your state senator's name in the comment section without Googling it. No Yahoo, no Bing, right? Your mayor, your governor, drop their name in the comment section if you know them without looking it up, right? Drop your House of Representatives for the states in the comment section, right? Your local town council, drop them in the comment section, right? I'm sure there's probably an AI data center being built within your county. Who that you voted for is within your county, right? Drop their name in the comment section. You don't know these people. You're getting bent over backwards and fucked by people you don't even know because you didn't vote or you said, I will always vote Republican because they take care of me. Yeah. I drive a F-250 lifted pickup truck, and I smack my wife who smokes cigarettes. Yeah, I do that because that's the American way. You're getting fucked, but you don't care. You don't give a fuck because you're probably fucking sticking goddamn packs in between your gums and your lips, and it's rotting away your teeth. And you're like, my teeth are bad anyway. I don't care about the dentist. You ain't been in 10 years, you fuck with. Top comment by Let3096 with 4.8K upvotes. That's straight up fraud. They open credit accounts with false information and charge for services you never authorized or received. You should have put an A there. I read that so weird because you wrote it so weird. But hey, people are cool with that. 4,800 people are cool with that. Shaved Extremes replies, contact the dental board. And Beige Chocobo replies, Office of Professional Discipline in New York. 2. And Birthday Salt 2112 comments, just what I was thinking. That could cost the dentist his or her license to practice. And OP spins back. Yeah, and I'm pissed. Yeah, you're pissed. But the real CMJ says, don't be pissed. File a police report, right? Because this is fraud. This is fraud, all right? Ooh. And if you're from New York, Single Guy 76 has the information. Physicians Conduct, New York State. If you suspect a doctor of medical misconduct or fraudulent billing, contact the New York State Department of Health Office of Professional Misconduct at 1-800-663-6114. They got 423 upvotes for that one. But here's the one. Here's the comment with 2.1K upvotes and 2 awards. Here's the information right here. Contact Synchrony Bank Fraud if you want to move the dispute along fast, or contact Synchrony customer service about this. Their call centers are located in Central Asia. If you feel you need someone stateside, make sure you call before 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Their office is in Ohio. And ask to speak with a stateside manager. The call center operator will escalate if you insist on it. Synchrony takes fraud/disputes, why am I reading like this, very seriously. Make sure you tell them you did not authorize the account to be opened or charged, and you want to file a dispute and charge back. Be very clear to them. You never signed anything, and this is a fraudulent payment charge that was never signed or authorized. Synchrony is typically on top of these issues. If you end up getting a stateside person, make sure to document their name and even see if you can get their contact email to follow up. Synchrony absolutely does not like this behavior. The fact you never signed anything will be in your favor. Do not go into detail about how the account ended up being opened, since it is irrelevant to this. Stick to the fact you never signed an application or authorized the business to open an account, and that you never signed for or took possession of any services being charged for. For the future, never give out your social security number, and anyone who tells you they are running a soft credit check or pre-authorization is full of it and just wants to run your credit for an actual application. It doesn't matter how much they promise, it won't be an issue. And OP replies to that. But here's my reply. Fuck OP's reply. I'm sure from the top down, there is language within the emails and within phone calls and with text messages telling different managers down the line to force their employees to do this kind of harmful ass fraud. And they're doing it in such a way where they won't get caught for real, unless you happen to have somebody give you a call, and then they're expecting you, who most people in America are not ready to handle situations like this. You got to get a fucking lawyer. You got to get a fucking lawyer. Most people don't have the money for this. Most people don't know how to contact legal services. Most people in America read below a 6th grade reading level. They have the reading comprehension below that of an 11-year-old. 11-year-old. That's 135 million adult Americans, all ages, 18 to 74. Right? You got to include 16 and 17, unfortunately, due to how the study was done. But it's everybody. That's half the fucking adults, man. That's half the adults. And then like legal documents, fucking documents like these, they're all written up in such a way where you need to have a 10th, 12th, 13th, 14th grade level of reading comprehension. I say 13th and 14th because you have to be able to read at a college level. It don't stop. College is important. You keep learning math and English because it shit doesn't stop after high school, right? The only reason why you think college sucks now is because some asshole in the fucking 70s and 80s started a campaign to make you think you don't need it. Make you think that, oh shit, oh man, I know dumb people with degrees and basket weaving. You can get a degree in that. It's not a real fucking thing. But you've never Googled it because you believe some idiot because, oh, they said it in such a way that resonates with you. It's not like that. All right. It's not like that. All right. If you actually go and you learn and you have good professors and you pay attention and you have the time and life isn't fucking with you, you can better yourself mentally. Right. You can raise your level of intelligence. You will do better in life. Those with a fucking bachelor's degree, by the time they are retired in America, have $1 million more put away in their fucking bank account. If the average person is retiring with $1 million, and then a person with a bachelor's degree is retiring with $2 million, and the cost of living continues to go up, and both you guys aren't going to get any fucking Social Security, who do you think is going to do better? The one with 1 million or 2 million? Think about it. If you're young, finish that damn degree. I already know a large percentage of degree holders don't go exactly into the field that they plan to based upon their degree. But shit, doctors and lawyers, 50% of the time, quit before retirement age because it's just that difficult. It's just that damn difficult. What do you think that they end up doing afterwards, right? Not everyone is going to be able to get exactly into the field that they want and do the exact job that they dreamed about when they were 12 years old. But you got to get out there and do it so you can have a better life, so you can live as good as you possibly can, especially if you want to pop some kids out, especially if you want to have a family. Do you dream about being with an amazing person? Living an amazing life? If you aren't amazing, that's not going to fucking happen. And how do you become amazing? You have to better yourself. Pick up a damn book and read. Get out into the gym and work out. Work on your health. Work on your mental health. Right? Do those things. So when life gets tough, you've already planned. You already have fallback methods to work through the bullshit, and you won't have to worry. You won't have to worry. Ooh. OP replies to, did I never read the username? Bautistic Client 101. Not Autistic Client 101. Bautistic Client 101. Oh my God. OP replies to Bautistic Client 101. Thank you so much for this helpful information. I did already contact Synchrony customer service and they've begun the dispute. And I will never give anyone my social security number over the phone again. Yeah, please don't do that shit. Because God knows they got AI running through their fucking phone lines and your shit was recorded. So if someone decides to sell that information someday to some other company and some fucking wild person hacks that company and gets a hold of all that audio data and they just want to run some AI scripts and call up a bunch of banks and, start trying to, get some real money sent over via Zelle. And those transactions can't really all be back charged. If you start snatching money out the accounts immediately, then you're fucked. Oh man, did I just think of like a really great way to defraud a bunch of people? It probably wouldn't even cost that much if you know how to code too. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Ooh. Ugh. Yeah. At least OP won't be going back. Man. We're here with a classic over in r/legal advice with a post by MacBook Couch. I know you probably heard this story before. Sat down on my friend's MacBook and broke it. Offered to pay her the money for it, but now she wants more because she was upgrading anyways. So it's this, or she will sue me in small claims court. Sit on your friend and break her. I had some of my friends over at my house, and one of my friends invited one of her other friends to come over. She had her MacBook on my couch, and when I sat on it and broke it, ooh. Since it was completely my fault, I offered to pay her the money for it, and she agreed. She got it 3 years ago, and it cost $2,200 at the time. I told her I wire you the money in a week to her bank account. She's now emailed me saying that as per our conversation, she's expecting the $2,700 that I have agreed for. I didn't know why she added the extra money, so I got her number from my friend and called her to find her, telling me she's now expecting me to pay for her new upgraded MacBook since she was upgrading anyways. She said if I don't agree to do that, she'll be suing me in small claims court. Can the judge agree to that? Should I wire her the $2,200 or should I just tell her to go sue me? Location is in California. You tell her to pound sand, kick rocks, and jump in a pool the down power line is in. That's what you do. That's what you do. You tell her to wait. Well, no, actually, don't tell her that last one. Definitely kick rocks and pound sand, right? And swim in a Olympic-sized swimming pool that is masquerading as actually the ocean, and keep swimming until you're tired and you can't swim back to shore. Why you randomly got your MacBook out, popping up at somebody else's crib that you don't know, and leaving out your multi-$1,000 laptop on someone else's couch? Is there no coffee table? I wouldn't expect some random being at my crib, a friend of a friend, to have their MacBook over. What kind of party are we having? Are you trying to give me some advice on something? Yo, top comment by Biondina. I can't even really Biondina. It's so odd. Biondina. So odd. 4.7K upvotes. You don't pay either of those amounts. You pay the depreciated value of the MacBook as of the date your butt sat on it, and not a dime more. If she wants to upgrade, she can pay for that upgrade, and if she wants to sue, good luck to her. No judge is going to award her more than the MacBook is currently worth. And the deleted user that replied to that with 1K upvotes had the comment that is a vibe. If she does sue, come to court with a copy of a trade-in for the same year, make, and model of the MacBook that was broken. If she tried to show evidence of what it costs now, you'll have something to counter what the actual trade-in value might be. And OP replies to that. How do I figure this amount out? And also, wouldn't that still be unfair for her? I know she's trying to take advantage of me, and I'm super pissed, but I still want to pay her for that amount. Or the fair amount, I should say. You're too nice of a person, or you just got money. But a deleted user says, find out the exact specifications by going to Swappa, eBay, or other similar locations to find replacements sold by reputable retailers. I've been talking about Instagram too much. Y'all don't know what's going on in my life. Once you have the highest price they sell for, you increase that by 10%. That is your replacement offer. If she sues after getting an offer that covers the full replacement value, shipping, and 10% more, she won't get very far at all. Courts do not take kindly to people wasting the court's time. Ooh. This one is a vibe. Vibe. CPAS says the judge would let you pay the $2,200, but they wouldn't make you. If you really like the friend and feel bad for her, it might even make sense to pay it to help smooth things over. But OP drops a comment. She's a friend of one of my friends. I feel pissed that she's taking advantage of the situation because here's what happened. At first, I told her I'd get her a brand new one, but the same exact model that she already had. And she said she paid $2,200 for it, but when I Google a brand new one, it was way less. After she found out, she told me, no, you know what I need. Wait, what? After she found out, she told me, no, you know what I need that $2,200 in cash. I don't want you to go through the hassle and get me a new one yourself. You just gave me a fucking seizure. You needed so many commas in that sentence and didn't have a single fucking one. Ooh. I know why she said so, but I still didn't mind because I felt bad for breaking her laptop, comma. But then now, after she emailed me saying she needs $2,700, I'm really super pissed that she's doing this to me, even when I really want to help her. That next sentence had one comma. But the previous sentence that really needed the commas didn't have it. I had to make that shit work. Just read that comment. I want you to pay the $2,000 now. It's my own pain and suffering. That's why I'm experiencing it. The fact of the matter is, OP saying that the fucking laptop only cost $1,300 compared to $2,200. She could have had a higher tier, right? She could have paid for more storage and a better GPU. I don't know what else besides that, because this story is super old. This shit is like 2013 era. So I don't know what other bells and whistles they could have applied for, but I don't think back then you could have made a MacBook jump from 1,300 base to 2,200. I don't think so. I do not think so. But no matter what, that MacBook probably isn't even messed up that bad. It probably isn't, like, at all. Let's go to the update. Yeah. We had to go to Best Redditor updates to pull this puppy up because the original on OP's page gets mushed, so there were no comments. So I'd rather read the comments from Best Redditor updates for y'all, because don't y'all like listening to some of these comments and the comments that I make on the comments and the comments replying to the comments and me replying to the comments and the comments replying to the comments, you know? Comment inception. All right, I'm done talking. I went through every single comment from the 200 plus ones, and I sincerely thank each and every one of you. I didn't leave a comment, but you're welcome. You're welcome for me calling you bad at grammar. I did some research specifically for repairing the screen for the MacBook and for her particular model, and it's around $310. $310, that's it. For the screen, plus the labor costs. So I wrote her back saying that since she didn't want to accept my initial offer of $2,200, I'm withdrawing that offer and offering to pay for the repair costs. She sent me an email calling me a bitch and that she's going to take me to court. I got served a few days later and went to court. I told the judge I gave her 3 options to choose from. 1, either to write a check for a brand new one that was $2,200. 2, get her a refurbished one from Apple or a third party or even used, which would be around $1,400 or so. 3, yeah, it had to be a higher tier like version of that particular Mac. Fix her current MacBook since the screen is the only thing affected here, and it would cost around $300 plus money for labor. I printed out the email I sent her and the mail she sent back refusing and demanding the $2,200 and the one calling me a bitch and saying we'll go to court, plus screenshots for the price quotes from different websites and for a new / refurbished screen. She said so much. She got so much. She's got so much evidence. It's actually funny. But this is how prepared you want to be when you come to court, especially if it's small claims and you don't have a lawyer. I gave all that information to the judge. I also told him that when I offered at the very beginning to get her a new one from the Apple store, she said, no, I want the money in cash. When I told her I'd give her $2,200 for a new one, she said, okay, but later came asking for $2,700 because she wants to upgrade. I tried to show him how it was clearly visible that she's trying to take advantage of me. She gave the judge an attitude almost the whole time, which really pissed the judge off and helped my case, I guess. After listening to both of us, he ruled that I pay 50% of the repair costs since she negligently left her laptop on the couch. So I'll only be paying for not more than $200 to $250 for the whole thing. If it weren't for you guys, I would have paid $2,200 instead of around $200. And I honestly loved her look at the end as we walked out. Oh man, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Top comment by Repoc21. OP is a treasure. They took full responsibility for something that wasn't entirely their fault and was willing to make it right within minutes or seconds even. Then recognized their goodwill was being taken advantage of and stood their ground. Excellent outcome. Hopefully that friend is no longer around. Quite shitty behavior. And Cleopatra says, thankfully it sounds like it was more of a friend situation. But this is why you don't invite motherfuckers over to your crib. Right. And this is why you don't invite motherfuckers over to your crib. It's not the fact of the matter that OP invited her friend over. It's the fact of the matter that the friend invited another friend over. And it's like, you know nothing about this person. They could go through your entire house and take your shit. They could take your grandmother's heirloom fucking ring from the Holocaust. And like she had to sneak that puppy out of Auschwitz up her ass. Like what? No, you don't invite randoms to your crib. If that's the advice for the day, forget all the legal bullshit. Don't invite people to your crib you don't know. Don't let people into your house you don't know. Somebody wants to invite a random over. This isn't a house party. This isn't an extended get-together with 10, 20, 30, 40 people, right? Matter of fact, you don't invite people inside your house that you don't know where their granny live. So if anything does happen, anything goes wrong, they poison your dog, they steal your cat, they run over your kid in the backyard with the mower. Hey, RIP Granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Kaboom. Kablow. Kablam. Yo, I probably can't even put the audio for that up. Putting it on top of my own words. It's just gonna have to be that shitty version. Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. Kaboom. Kablam. Kablow. I think it's kaboom, kablow, kablam. I don't know. That shit was like on my feed every single day. The same exact video by the same exact person posting. I was like, is there a glitch in my shit? Is this like Apple Music and fucking YouTube all over again? But the shit was so funny. It was like when I would go vertical and I would be swiping through TikTok edits, enjoying like the anime edits, and that shit would pop up because I'm like so heavy in the Spider-Man content. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop a link down below in the caption. Go listen to that Spider-Man song. Go listen to it. This shit is fire. You can listen to the classic boy, or you can listen to the sped up version if you want a little bit more bop, little bang to it. Right? It's my boy's song, Vinny Chocha. This shit is fire. And man, that shit was just on repeat for like 2 weeks. Every time I would go vertical to watch something. Maybe I wanted to watch like an 8-minute video on how water distillation plants work or some shit. 3 swipes in. Kaboom. Kablam, kablow, rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. I'm like, bruh, every single day for 2 weeks straight. I thought it was weird when I stopped seeing it. Oh man, the doom scrolling is crazy. Moving on. We're over in r/best Redditor updates with a post by Nick Rochelle. So my yard goes pretty close to the neighbor's concrete pad where they have a basketball court set up. Neighborhood kids always go there to play and usually they leave their bikes and things on my grass. It's not that big of a deal, except I have had to ask them to move their stuff several times when I'm mowing. This is the first time I've mowed this year, and the grass is a few inches higher than it should be. You're lucky you're not in an HOA. They would have took your crib from you. Anyways, a kid comes over and I'm mowing, but he still puts the basketball he brought with him down in my grass. I get to the basketball and just decide I can nudge it with the front of my mower out of the way. I made eye contact with the kid several times, waiting for him to move it before I got there, and he never did. So I figured, whatever, it'll roll. Well, I bump it with my mower over to a section of grass, and as I continue forward, past where it was, there was a loud clunking and crackling sound like I just run over a rock. The rock turned out to be his iPhone. He was upset, obviously, that his phone was broken, and I did feel bad, but my thought was that he should have said something or moved it before I got there, or had it in his pockets, because that makes sense to have your phone in one of your pockets. He goes home, and about 30 minutes later, his mom shows up and tells me I broke it and am responsible for replacing it, that I should have told him to move his stuff because I am the adult. Yeah, you should have got your Monster House on and yelled, "This is my lawn, get off my lawn. My house will eat you." Ah, I love that movie. Monster House is such a great movie. I tell her I'm sorry about the phone and politely decline her request. She just says, "I promise you will be paying for it," and then storms off. I'm not really sure what her next course of action is or what she plans to do. She mentioned something about she has a friend that's a lawyer, so I guess she could take me to civil courts. Am I legally responsible for replacing the phone? Would it be cheaper than court costs if she did choose to take me to court? All of this is kind of dumb. You should have just yelled at the kid. The kids would stop putting their shit on your lawn if you just yelled at them. All right, maybe you're not like that type of person who's pissed that people are like walking on your lawn, leaving their shit on your lawn, dropping their trash on your lawn, or it's just the basketballs and the bikes that are on your lawn. But it's your lawn. They should be putting it on the other side where that other kid lives, where it's his basketball court. So it's on their lawn, not yours. It probably would have took like one angry, loud yell one good time. Not even loud, like a medium-sized yell. "Yo, get your shit off my lawn. Kids, put your stuff over there. Get it off my lawn. Yo, why is your stuff on my lawn? Get it off my lawn." Anything of like that variety. You don't even got to cuss the kids. "Yo, get your stuff off my lawn right now." Right. Especially if you're mowing. Shut the mower off if you ain't got to really crank that puppy and get your triceps working. Walk the mower onto the court. It says no one's playing basketball until they get all the stuff that's on my lawn off my lawn. Don't put your stuff on my lawn anymore. Put it over there on that patch of grass. Never over here. And as we see, some shit got ran over. I wonder if this is like a lawnmower that you sit on. It doesn't really matter. Lawnmowers back then were loud as shit no matter what. I think they're still like loud as shit. I remember using an electric lawnmower a couple of years ago. That was loud as shit. I get an HOA where I live at. And so, you know, they handle my grass and shit. Bougie, but they don't bother me either because it's kind of like a condo setup. So it's not like I own my crib. If I own my own property, I would never, ever pick a place where there's a HOA. Never. Updates. I thought I'd update you all since so many people offered advice in the original post yesterday. Yeah, I'm not reading the comments. I'm reading the update, boy. Brief summary of what happened. Neighborhood kid left his phone in my grass while I was mowing, and I mowed it by mistake. Then the mother got upset and demanded I pay for it. Well, she, the mother, and son showed up at my door around noon and apologized. She said that she misunderstood what happened and thought I'd done it on purpose to teach her son a lesson about leaving his stuff in my yard. I mean, if he was a grouchy old man, he probably would have. He just needs to be about a fifth or a tenth as grouchy as what everyone thinks originally took place. in their heads. He needs to be like that. I guess he explained to her it was his fault, which I thought was commendable. Oh, for someone his age. And she told me that she just stressed about it because she's a single mother and doesn't really have the means to replace it at the moment. And that if it was anything else, she probably wouldn't have gotten so upset, but he likes hanging out with other kids, and that's how she keeps track of him. I told her about my spare iPhone, which is the iPhone 7, and his was a 6S. I also took the advice of some of the commenters that it might be damaging to just give it to him and that I should perhaps have him work for it. I have a detached garage and have been needing to clean it, and told her if he wanted to help me, I'd give him the phone. Oh, okay. It's giving a little creeper, but you got to work for it. He instantly looked excited. I imagined he felt like he'd never get a new phone, and she acted very grateful and said he could help. Okay. She trusts him a little bit. I see it. They left and came back an hour later, just the sun this time. And we got started cleaning. Took about 4 hours. A lot of work, but nothing too hard. He's just 12. Do 12-year-olds need smartphones? No. What are we on, guys? We're on iPhone 17 going on 18, and this post is 4 years old. So that would have been the iPhone 12, 13. So he would have had an iPhone that's like 5 years older. Oh, the family's poor. Wait, no, this is best Redditor updates. How old is this post actually? How old is this post really? I am so sorry. Whoop. Oh, the original OP posts a lot. They post a hell of a lot. I don't know. Yeah, this OP posts a fuck ton. Yo. Oh, wait, the link is right here. This is 6 years old. So that would have been iPhone 11 area right there. Max iPhone 12. That would have been like the top. Oh, that would have been like later in the year, depending on when exactly this came out. I see. I see. Okay. This is something. So an iPhone that's like 4 years old. That would have been like one of his older phones. Okay. That's something. I had a couple of cords of firewood I wanted moved out and stacked into a rack, and then a bunch of boxes I cut up and had him bag and carried to the curb. He swept, had a Coke and a couple of slices of pizza, and then got his phone. Yo, this neighbor is nice. This neighbor is nice. I had a talk with him about paying attention to where his things are, because it won't always work out like this. I also told him if he wants to mow my yard every weekend and his mom says he can, I'll pay him $30 a week. It would probably take him a couple hours to mow my lawn. Yo, dude got a crazy ass yard. Why does it seem like... But then again, taking care of a kid is a lot. Maybe she's a single mom, like thoroughly all the way with no help. So I'm just having an extra mouth to feed and clothe and take care of and raise. Just a lot. $1 million minimum over an 18-year period is spent for like a below average rearing of a child, right? You get like one sports for like maybe a couple of years, but you're not about to be a D1 athlete. He again acted excited at the thought of making money, and when I asked him what he spent it on, he said games. We figured out new games would be about $60 and worked it out that I pay him $20 for 3 weeks and then $65 on the 4th week so he could cover tax, because it might be hard for him to save. The 4th week, he will do a little extra chore to cover the $5, like sweep it off the porch or walkway. Okay, so what is this? Mowing the lawn every single week for 3 weeks? And then doing a little chore for the 4th week. So once a month, mowing the lawn every single week. And then that adds up to $65. Okay. That's child labor go hard. Child labor coming through. I see. You getting your China on. He, again, Oh my God. Hold on. I'm reading the wrong part. I hope I've done the right thing and didn't make him think that everything just works out, but I did my best to have him earn it and hopefully showed an equal measure of kindness that he will carry with him. I also didn't want the mother to stress over replacing the phone, as my mom was also a single mother. And I know how tough it can be. My own son is just 2, so it was my first real opportunity to pass on some fatherly wisdom, which I hope is what I did. Thanks for your input, everyone. I really appreciate it. Oh, that's so sweet. I like this ending. All right. I thought, oh man, there's a little bit of creeper vibes. Oh man, the kid's a little dumb. Oh man, the mom is like super poor. But life is just hard and expensive. Life is just hard and expensive, especially if the kids are being like pressured. Oh, you got to have an iPhone, this and that. And the kid is probably asking every single year, can I get the new iPhone? Can I get the new iPhone? And they got to get the version that's a couple years older. And then maybe they're being picked on, right? Because everybody's like social media brained out at such a young age. Now, I would be fine if every country came together and said, hey, here's a smartphone for the kids. All they can have on here is messenger apps, strictly text messaging, actually, YouTube reading apps, and this is what they have until they're 16. Yep, until they're 16. And then you can get your own regular phone. Yep. Kids, in a weird way, here in America are kind of like property. They only get what you can give them, right? And you as a parent have all kind of say so. Don't let the pressure that other kids are feeling based upon what other kids are saying and social media, like, inform you on how you should raise them because they're throwing like little temper tantrums or whatever. Like, don't do that. Especially because so many parents don't use parental blockers. All these kids are growing up with like the worst kind of content that is like shaping their mind. Oh, I have to look this way. Oh, I have to act this way. Oh, I have to look this way. Oh, I have to act this way. Right. From the red pill content to the pink pill content, right, to all the nastiness and shit, to the Nazi content. Nazi content. Nazi? Nazi. National Socialist content. Neo-Nazi content, right? There's not a lot of good content for men to consume in America. It's 87% of it is red pill bullshit, red pill adjacent bullshit, because a lot of these losers shifted over into doing like politics and like life advice, live streaming, podcasty bullshit. Then it's not just hate women, hate women, hate women. It's like the worst kind of ideology and shit that they can spew, all hateful rhetoric, all nasty rhetoric, right? It's not something. Even if you find yourself agreeing with a singular short or reel or TikTok by them, that is just a pipeline for you to start consuming the worst content that will brainwash you into being a bad person. So kids just shouldn't have social media. I know it's a little messed up, and some people think like, oh, they should. Their brains are fried. We didn't put any guardrails on it like we should have over the past 10, 15 years, and now their brains are literally turning into mush because they're engaging with AI to such a degree, and there's no real guardrails on that. These old-ass politicians need to move over and let someone in their 30s and 40s handle it, right? Because the ones in their 20s have to get their masters and their doctorates before they can even, to me, be qualified to run for office, right? It is such a high point, right? You can absolutely have your bachelor's and your associate's degree and run for your local town council or whatever, your local state representatives or whatever, right? You put your best foot forward and you aren't taking money from any kind of PACs, any kind of corporate large donors. Absolutely, you're running with me, especially if you're not on some Republican bullshit. Oof. Let's read the top comments by Freaktastic. Freaktastic? Spelled with a PH instead of a F. 10,000 upvotes. Me thousand. Wow. I love how well this turned out. It's a breath of fresh air. As most things on the sub take some wild turns. The kid correcting the mother and informing her that it was his fault instead of manipulating her which I don't feel would be outlandish for a 12-year-old, the mother coming over and apologizing, and the original OP having a spare phone to give the kid. There is just good in the world. Yeah, the story did turn out pretty wholesome. I'm actually pretty vibing with this. Since we're in best of Reddit updates, there are no comments that we can get from the original poster. Also, because I don't think they dropped any comments. Yeah, no, they did. They dropped some comments asking for legal advice. Legal advice, not illegal advice. But yeah, I'm not tripping. Let's see the update real quick. Oh, that's why. The update with all the goodness, since it's been so long, it's been crushed and compact. So there are no comments over there. So that's why I'm reading the comments over here. But my brain is a little fried from all the stories from earlier. I'm going to just let you guys feel the vibes and enjoy it. Don't think too much about all the badness in the world, because there are definitely still good people out there. I want you to strive to better yourself every single day, become a better version of yourself, strive to test your morals and values and make them stronger, optimize them, push them to the point where you know the things that you believe in would make people happy, would help people. Try your best to help people. Right, just do it. Not for any reason. Just do it. All right. You have the capabilities, and someone needs help, even if they don't ask. Just do it. I have been your host, Mr. Always on 10. I appreciate you for coming and listening to the Intelligent Idiots podcast. I want you beautiful, wonderful, intelligent people, and you idiotic, need to be educated people to have a beautiful, wonderful day, night, week, month, and year. Thank you.
Mark and Craig, Pop Brothers at Law. We've been warning people, if you are working for an unlicensed dispensary, an illegal dispensary, and it gets raided, you need to shut the fuck up. If you shut the fuck up, you have a good chance that we can make the case go away. Case in point, 3 employees of an illegal shop were busted during a raid. 2 of them said, oh, I'm just volunteering here. The 3rd guy shut the fuck up, and the DA did not prosecute the guy who shut the fuck up. They can't prove what you were doing there. If you're a customer, patient, walked in to go to the bathroom, they don't know. You got to shut the fuck up, and it's Shut the Fuck Up Friday, so review the script. What do you say when the cop first pulls you over?
Why'd you pull me over?
And when he keeps asking questions?
Not discussing my day.
And they ask more questions?
Am I being detained, or am I free to go?
And if detained, what do you say?
I invoke the 5th.
And then what do? You
shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up Friday. Never answer questions when the cops ask.
Have safe holidays.
Tip of the day.